Hey there, welcome back to another LEGO set review. Today we'll be taking a look at 75316, the Mandalorian Starfighter from the Clone Wars days. And a very epic set, very big want on my list. Now I have both versions actually. This is 544 parts, 3 minifigs, and it retails for $60 in the US. And this is a 2021 release. And this is probably one of the best ships that they've done in a very long time. It's only the second version, and it's one of the most detailed, gorgeous looking models, especially the color scheme. And the minifigs, oh boy, those are all brand new just for the set, and they look fantastic. But yeah, it's just a great model. It only has a few issues. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. So we'll move the Starfighter just a little bit. Let's take a look at those minifigs. We get 3 of them, and they're all great. Let's start with my favorite, Bo-Katan, who is making her debut in this set. Straight from the Clone Wars. She's now my favorite Clone Wars character. It's kind of, my favorite's kind of shifted over the years, but she is just very cool. And she's so accurate, so gorgeous looking. She's got, you know, the hairpiece does come with her, and she's got gorgeous printing showing her Mandalorian armor. Very similar to Jango Fett, the style. She's got the blue with the silver with the brown, looking very, very spiffy, very shiny. She's got 2 guns, she's got the jetpack. She does have 2 faces. One second, let me show you that. Take her hairpiece off. She does have this very confident smirk and a very angry scowl, a battle face, I'd say. I'm not going to show any of these backs because that'll be saved for Minifig Monday. She does have her helmet as well. Pretty sweet looking piece. There she does look with that on. Very awesome. She's got the antenna, the Night Owl logo, looking very excellent. They did a phenomenal job with Bo-Katan here. And she's worth buying it just for her. But yeah, awesome fig. Very, very much appreciated. Very glad to get her. Next up we get Gar Saxon. He is the bad guy in the set. He's a very, very, very detailed figure. Just look at all this detail. It's great. He's got the printing showing the battle scars. He's obviously in this set, I think this is a season 5 set or season 7, one of the two. I think it's season 7. But he is showing his loyalty to Darth Maul with that helmet. Brand new helmet. Got the horns. He's got the yellow visor. Great detail. Amazing decoration on him. He's got great just scars and the red and black armor with the silver, the dark metal. Looking pretty menacing. He does have a skirt that's printed. He's got some boots. He's got 1 gun. Jetpack as well. He does have a face. It is a new face. So he's got a very grumpy look with some 5 o'clock shadow there. No alternate face, that's fine. His hair is a little interesting. No hairpiece for him, but that's fine. Good look at the helmet there. Very, very good figure. Just amazing looking. And many people's favorites from this. And lastly, we get a Mandalorian Loyalist. This is just a standard grunt trooper. He's basically just a foot soldier, but they did a great job with him too. I mean, he's got 2 guns, he's got the helmet in the dark metal, he's got the blue markings, which are chipped. His armor is a bit beat up, actually a lot beat up. You can see it's not been taken care of. He's got the light gray jumpsuit with some dark gray armor, looking pretty snazzy. He does have the jetpack as well. He does not have a face, so he just has a black head, just like the Mandalorian in the early sets, which is fine. I mean, he's just a soldier, so you don't really need to take his helmet off. But it's still a great figure. Probably the least interesting, but he's still very much appreciated. And yeah, those are the 3 figures. It's worth it just to buy for them. They're just so well designed. So yeah, let's move them aside for just a little while so we can bring the Starfighter back into frame. Here he is, and looking pretty fantastic, especially compared to the 2012 model, which is, it's good, but it's outdated. Let's just say it hasn't aged the greatest in terms of a Lego build, but this thing looks absolutely stellar. I mean, the shaping is so accurate to how it appears in the Clone Wars. And there's different versions of these ships, but I think this one is probably one of the best designs that they could do. It's not perfect, like I said. It does have a few issues, but overall, it is just, it's so great looking. Let me actually bring you up here so I can show you a better look at this thing, because it's kind of hard to see because it's so flatly designed. But here it is. You can see just the engines of the back. It does have a few stickers. It's got 3 stickers on the cockpit, 2 on each of these pieces, and then there's 1 at the back here. So there's not too many stickers, which is good. Let me give a 360 of it. It's really, really well designed. It's got lots, it's pretty much covered from all angles. Like, there's no bad shot of it. There's no bad side, which looks great. Let me just start by taking a look at the back, I guess. You got these engines, which are, you know, bright yellow, giving it a very distinctive look. Here's the back section. On the old model, this could lift up, and there was a compartment. Sadly, that's not here, but it looks good. You've got a turret right here, which can spin around, like so. It's a little bit flimsy at some points, but it still looks nice. There is a hidden feature under here, where there's a landing ramp. It's not gonna actually fit a minifig. You can't actually fit anyone in there, but it's a nice touch. You know, these ships are meant to be transport ships, and they're meant to have loading ramps. Obviously, it's not as big as it should be, so it doesn't have the capability for that, but it's still nice. That's a ball joint. Looks great. And nice little feature, you know, a little bonus thing. There's some vents up here. We got the cockpit, the most important part. We'll talk about that in a minute. But here's the wings, designed very well. Because this is so long after the original set, there are so many new pieces, such as these triangle pieces. You've got all these, just a lot of triangle pieces in this set. This is my favorite part, this right here. All of this whole blue striping right here, it's so lovely. It looks so, like, pleasing, so appealing. It's just so great. It's so colorful. Can I say, this is one of the most colorful ships that I have, and it's a Lego Star Wars set. Like, that's something you don't see or say a lot if you're a Lego Star Wars collector, because all the sets are just the same color, but this one is very colorful, which I think is awesome. A great, like, design with all the colors. You got very consistent colors. You got, like, the dark blue, you got the light blue, you've got the dark gray and the light gray. It just looks really great. Like, all the colors together, they complement each other really well. So that's the top of the wings. Also, I did want to mention, this does have the spring-loaded shooters. You can see it right there. And stud shooters on the cockpit. You can see them right there. You gotta be careful with these. They pack a punch, these spring shooters especially. You fire them just the same way as normal. Just push them down and zoom, they go off into oblivion. The wings are the best part, I think. But I want to talk about the cockpit as well. Zoom in a little bit. You can see that. It looks great. The stickers, you may want to get these as straight as possible, otherwise they don't look great. But you've got the stud shooters, just fire them as usual. We do have a couple cannons under here. You can see them, kind of, those little 2 gray rods. Those are cannons. This thing has a lot of weapons, which is cool. There is a hinge, so this cockpit can open, and it does have some detail in there. You've got some flat tiles to put 2 minifigs, and there is a control panel right, if it'll let me focus, right there. So that's what that is. Got a shield piece, that's pretty cool. And you can put minifigs in there. I'm just going to take an example and take Mr. Generic and put him in there. You know, whichever seat you want. Unfortunately, the Mandalorian loyalist cannot go in there without, or with his jetpack. It's kind of fiddly. But yeah, you can get a minifig in there. You can pretty much, if they have a helmet or something, you kind of have to lean them back. So like this, pretty much. It can fit 2 people. You just gotta like cram them in there a little bit. But yeah, there you go. That's what he looks like in there. So any minifig pretty much can go in there, which is welcome. You know, most Lego Star Wars ships, again, they can only fit 1 minifig, maybe 2. But this one easily fits 2. I mean, you could even modify it to fit like 4. I mean, if you wanted to. But yeah, that's the cockpit. And the most important feature of this ship is its ability to rotate. So let me put this up. So on the show, these kind of ships rotate their wings. So this is attached with a ball joint, the cockpit and the body. So if you rotate it, it's supposed to be like this. So now it is transformed. So now it is in flight mode. So this is what it looks like when it's attacking. And you can rotate it, you know, whichever way you want. But this is the way that you want it to look. And for the most part, it looks great. Here is the other side of this, which doesn't look nearly as good, but it doesn't look terrible. In fact, you could probably modify it to make it look better. But that's the other side of the ship. In the show, obviously, this part is the same as the other side, but obviously they can't really replicate it too well without showing the underside of Lego plates. It's just impossible pretty much to do that. But it does have some landing gear, some of it, 2 pieces here and couple pieces right here. So when the ship lands, it actually folds the wings up. So like this, it does give you ratchet joints, so the wings can fold up like so. Now this is where one of the problems comes in. So if I load, or not load, we aren't in a game. So if I put this like so, it lands. Let me bring it back to the ground where the minifigs are, minifig level. So this is what the ship looks like when it's in landed mode. Now obviously you would want it like this, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, the designers could not include landing gear at the front, which that's my biggest issue. Like the original set had landing gear, and it kind of folded out like a leg piece, and it came out. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to get that here, and you see the fighter is like leaning forward. It's just very unfortunate. Like it's just not. You want it to be like this, like level with the figures, but unfortunately, it just goes like that. Which you could just fix it with 2 pieces. There's a bunch of modification videos that people have done. You know, it's not too big of a deal, but you know, it's just something to keep in mind. Like if you're wanting the set, just keep in mind it doesn't include landing gear. You got to include your own, which is a little bit lame, but I guess I understand it. And yeah, that's really my only complaint, pretty much. Other than the fact that the cockpit has a big gap in it. So like, if I bring you up here, right here, this like the original had this problem too. The cockpit piece is not designed like, it's designed for smaller ships. So this isn't small, but it's not a huge fighter. It's just like in the middle. And so you get this gap around the cockpit, and you can see when you put Bo-Katan in here, this is her ship. When you put her in there, her hands are like blue, and it especially looks not good with her in it. But there are modification videos. It's not too bad. You can, you know, modify it yourself. I'm just saying the cockpit gap is a little bit lame, but you know what? It's fine. I may modify it probably in the future, but for now, it doesn't look terrible. But that landing gear really should have been included, in my opinion. But honestly, this is a fantastic update to the original set, which came out a long time ago in the galaxy. But this is a great update. It's almost perfect. Again, with the cockpit, it should have been closed up, and the landing gear should have been there. If those things were included, it would just be a perfect set. It's nearly perfect. Again, it doesn't have those 2 things, but you know what? It's fine. Also, there should have been a stand with this set. Like, just something small. Just something, like, basic, I think. That would have been really appreciated, to have, like, a stand so you could display it, like, in the flight mode. But, you know, whatever. It's not too big of a deal. Again, you could build it yourself. It's not that bad. But overall, this is a beautiful looking model, just so well updated. And the color scheme is stellar. The minifigures are perfect. The functionality is great. You know, you can swivel the cockpit, make it however you want. And it's a great playset too. Like it's pretty lightweight, so you can swoosh it around, fly it around, shoot the lasers. It's got 2 minifig you can put in the cockpit, and it's great. I give it a 9 out of 10. You know, with those issues I said, still it's a great set. I was very looking forward to getting it, and I'm very happy to have it now. And look for a comparison with the original coming pretty soon. And I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it was informative. Let me know what you think about this particular ship in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you not? What do you think of the figures? Do you like them? Do you not? Do you think this is a great set? Let me know. I do think 60 bucks was a little bit overpriced, just a tad. Maybe like 50 would have been better, but yeah. Great, just amazing set. It's great. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one. Do you like it? Do you not? What are your thoughts? Let me know. And it is retiring soon, so keep an eye out if you're wanting to get it. And that'll be all from me. Thanks for watching. Hope I showed you everything you wanted to see. And I will see you for the next review. Thanks again. Have a great day.